Jon Jones is going to destroy Cyril Gane, and I'm going to explain why. This is Deep Waters MMA. Welcome back to the channel. Today I am explaining why Jon Jones will destroy Cyril Gane at UFC 285. Let's get into it. First reason, steroids. Jon is on all the juice. He's on that
shit that makes your fucking head grow.
No, that's not the actual reason, although it kind of is. But nevertheless, let's get into the actual reasons why Jon Jones is going to beat Cyril Gane if he's able to implement his game the way he needs to. First up, oblique kicks. I know it's kind of become a meme with Jon Jones and the oblique kicks and how effective are they and everything else, but they're actually kind of effective if he can get them to land like he needs to. See, the thing about the oblique kick is they can hyperextend your legs. So if he's throwing this against Gane and he's able to land a couple good ones to actually hyperextend Gane's leg, it's really going to make Gane more apprehensive to close the distance with Jon. It's going to make him think about where he is in relation to Jon and his oblique kicks and everything else. He's going to put it in his mind a lot more, because one of these land clean and really hyperextends the legs, it can really change the entire complexion of the fight. So Cyril Gane will have to be careful with this. Watch out for Jon Jones throwing this oblique kicks. I don't know if he's going to be focused on getting these oblique kicks off, but if he is, Cyril Gane's definitely going to have to look out for him. With Cyril Gane's movements, he might be okay, but he still needs to keep an eye out for it. Next reason, takedowns. Okay, so we all saw Cyril Gane versus Francis Ngannou. Cyril Gane, I hope you have been putting time in on the mats nonstop since that fight, because if you haven't and Jon Jones is able to get you to the ground, sayonara. You're going to be in trouble. Cyril Gane got out-wrestled by Francis Ngannou. Francis Ngannou does not have a wrestling base. Granted, Ngannou is super strong, as we all know, very heavy, a natural heavyweight. So him being on top of you is going to feel a little different physically than, maybe Jon Jones moving up from light heavyweight being on top of you. But the thing is, Jon Jones, at least some versions of Jon Jones, has much better wrestling than Francis Ngannou. At this point, we do not know how much, if at all, Cyril Gane has improved his grappling, wrestling, his wrestling and grappling defense. We're possibly going to find out at UFC 285, but if he hasn't been improving this area substantially and Jon Jones ends up getting a takedown, Cyril Gane will be in trouble on the ground. Jon Jones will be able to ground and pound, get submissions, so on and so forth, if Cyril Gane's defense is not up to par. Moving on, the next reason ties in with the previous one. After the takedowns comes the wrestling and the ground and pound. If Cyril Gane's wrestling and grappling defense is not up to par, Jon Jones has in the past exhibited very devastating ground and pound. So if Cyril Gane doesn't know what he's doing down there in terms of defending himself, he might be in trouble. One thing that is on Cyril Gane's side is the size and possibly strength advantage. So maybe he's able to defend himself on the ground and stand back up. I believe Jon Jones will be looking for the takedown early on in this fight, or at least when it gets late into the first and into the second round, I believe Jon Jones will be looking for the takedown. All right, next and final reason, experience and fight IQ. This is something that Cyril Gane just can't make up for. He just has to do his best to implement his game and work his way around it. But when it comes down to it, Jon Jones has so much experience and fight IQ, just being in each particular situation, even something as simple as just being in the clinch against the fence. Jon Jones will have had so much experience in these different positions that his decision making will be much better than Cyril Gane's. Cyril Gane only has about 12 fights in his career. Granted, he was a kickboxer for a long time as well, but we're talking about experience inside MMA. And you can't really compare experience in kickboxing and to MMA. It's two different sports, two different experiences completely. So when it comes down to it, Jon Jones is going to have the much higher fight IQ. He's going to be able to make better decisions throughout the fight, and this will give him the edge and allow him to destroy Cyril Gane. All right, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like and subscribe button. Stay tuned for upcoming videos. And until next time, this is Deep Waters MMA.